These are the C&L Super Sport ceramic front brake pads, and they're available for a wide range of 09 to 23 Challengers. Now the C&L pads will offer a slightly more aggressive pad material compared to your factory Mopar options and can be had all for just north of the $50 price point. Now, big features here with the C&L Super Sport pads will be the increased stopping power added to your Challenger, but at a somewhat affordable price point. Now, that stopping power will come from the addition of a more aggressive pad compound that we'll talk a little bit more about in our next block. But when installed, I will say, guys, that the C&L options will improve that braking performance while keeping noise and dust to an absolute minimum. Moving into construction, and that added performance does come from the combination of the ceramic and metallic material here that will be a bit more aggressive than your standard run-of-the-mill ceramic pad. Now, in addition to that, the metallic materials will also increase things like initial bite, along with giving the pad a little bit more ability to withstand higher heat, resulting in less brake fade. Now, the pads will be sold in pairs, again fitting the front of your 09 and newer dual piston Challenger, and they do include brand new hardware to help complete the package. Moving into pricing, and the C&L Super Sport pads will live just north of $50 here, making them one of the more budget-friendly performance pads on the site for your ride. Last but not least, let's talk about the install here, guys. And well, if you've done brakes before, you know this isn't a terribly difficult job. However, because the wheels do have to come off and because there is some elbow grease involved, the site is going to knock things up to a 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking about an hour to complete from start to finish. But now, to give you a better idea of how this one might go down in the garage or driveway at home, let's throw it out to the shop for our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown.
For this install, you need a ratchet, 13mm socket, 18mm wrench, the supplied brake grease, caliper hanging tool, and a front piston tool. All right, today we're gonna be installing some brake pads on our Challenger, so let's get started. All right, so we're gonna start off by getting our caliper off. So I'll have my ratchet, 13mm socket. We'll take our 2 bolts out. All right, now we can just rock our caliper off. Grab something to hang it up with. I have a nice hook here. Just hang that on our spring, get that out of our way. Now we can simply just slide our old pads off. Pop our clips off, simply just lift up. Now we can start installing our new stuff. So we just have our clips, new ones, they simply just snap into place, like so. We can grab our new pads and our supplied brake grease. Just grease up on the ends here where they're gonna go in our clips. Slide them in place. And now we just need to compress our piston. So we'll get our caliper off of our hook. Get our caliper tool in here. Now, since we had pretty much newer pads on there, it's not gonna go in much, but we're just gonna press in our pistons here. Set that aside, then we can set our caliper back on. Reinstall our 2 13mm bolts. Grab a ratchet and tighten that down. Now, if that's spinning, all you need to do is grab an 18mm wrench, hold that so you can get that nice and tight. Then once you have this side secured, go ahead and repeat all those same steps on the other side of the car. And that wraps up our install of our C&L Super Sport ceramic brake pads, front pair for our 2009 to 23 Challenger GT, RT, Rally Redline, SXT NTA with dual piston front calipers, and 2011 Challenger SE with dual piston front calipers. And remember, for everything Challenger, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.